Hello friends, welcome to my channel. Today we are going to see a very important question which includes showing the division of two numbers step by step in a program. So if you search over the internet, everywhere you find very basic program, that is to show the division of two numbers using division operator, or the other variety is to show the division without using slash or division operator. But what is the uniqueness of this program which we are doing today is, here you need to do the manual division through program, and you have to show each step, that is how you do manually, that in every step you get different remainders, so you need to print the different remainder and quotient in each iteration on the screen. Okay, so let's visualize it first, then we will go through the code. So let's say my dividend is 1067, which I need to divide, and my divisor is 6, from which I am dividing 1067. On the top I am getting the quotient, and on each step I am getting the remainder. Okay, and here you can see on the right side, in each round, R1 is round 1, round 2, round 3 and round 4, I am printing the quotient and remainder, okay, for each round. Okay, at last my division ends. When my division will end? When the dividend becomes smaller than the divisor. Okay, I am talking about integer division only, no decimal. Okay, so until the dividend is greater than equals to divisor, then only you can divide the dividend by divisor. Like here I obtained 5 and I stopped here because 5 cannot be divisible by 5 cannot be divided by 6. I'm not going into decimal representation, I'm just talking about integer division. Okay, so 5 will not be able to divide by 6, so I will stop here. So condition is, make the loop or iterate until your dividend is greater than equals to division. Okay, the moment it becomes smaller, come out of the loop and division will stop. And the time in between the loop, every time print quotient and remainder separately. Okay, so each time I will divide the single digit. Okay, like starting I will divide 1 with 6. 6 zeros are 0. Subtract 1 and 0, I will get 1. So here 1 is the remainder. So check here, round 1. 1 is the remainder and quotient is 0 because 6 zeros are 0. Okay. Okay. What is the remainder? 1. Just bring one the number from original dividend to down, append to this remainder, and this becomes the new dividend. Now you need to divide 10 by 6 in the next iteration. In the next iteration, what is the quotient? 6, 1 just 6. So 1 is the quotient. Here it is. And remainder is 10 minus 6, 4. And it will go so on. Okay, until the division continues. Until division continues. Okay, so round 3 and round number 4. Clear? The next thing which I want to tell is, actually the given number is just in integer format, that is 1067 is given. This is one number, and each time I need to fetch one digit from the original number and have to append to the remainder. Okay, like here 0 I appended to the remainder 1 and this became the next dividend. So how I can fetch one single digit from the given number? So it would have been easy if the given number was stored in one array. That I can do. Okay, the given input is number. What I will do, I will store that number into array. So what I am using, just divide the number by 10. Each time do mod 10, you will get the last digit. First you will get 7, then 6, then 0 and then 1, and keep storing it in one vector. The first you stored 7, then you stored 6, then 0 and then 1, because mod 10 will give last digit each time. Okay, then reverse this vector. So the new vector generated will be 1, 0, 6, 7. Okay, these will be elements of vector. So each time when I need to bring down one value from the top and append into the remainder, what I will do, I will take one iterator or any variable, let's say I. So it will be pointing to the value, or it will be pointing to the element that should be taken down. So initially it will point to this index. The first value which needs to be taken down and appended to the remainder will be 0, then I++, that is 6, then I++, 7. So it will be easy for me to fetch the value from the given number. Okay, now let's analyze the code. Okay, so user will give you the input of two numbers. One will be dividend and another one will be divisor. So here let's say A is dividend and B is divisor. So I'm taking input from user. I'm doing the program in C++. Okay, the same thing you can do in Java, Python if you know the logic. So my main aim is to make you understand the logic. Next, I need to fetch each number of this dividend and store it in the form of vector. So I'm taking one vector, and while dividing the given number by 10 to obtain single digits, this original number will be changed. So I'm just storing it in another temporary variable p. So a is stored in p. Then until p is greater than equals to 0, just do p mod 10, means fetch the last digit and store it into the vector, and the new p will become p by 10. That is, if 7 is obtained, then the new number will be 106, then the new number will be 10. Each time the last digit is stored and removed from the original number. This is basic programming, I think you know. Okay, in this way you will get 7601 in vector. Just reverse the vector. So for this you can directly call the reverse function of the vector. Okay, v dot begin to v dot end. From begin to end, reverse the vector, and after reversing you will get this 1067 in the vector. Now you can easily take out the element using indexing, just like array. Okay, now I am starting the division loop. Okay, so divide until a is greater than equals to b, means dividend is greater than equals to divisor. So here is my loop. After that the program will end. Okay, now inside the loop, the first thing, let's say my q is quotient and r is remainder. Okay, did you observe one thing? The first digit I am dividing by 6. Okay, means digit by digit I am dividing. First I am dividing 1, then what is the remainder? Observe here, then take this value down, append here, and then again divide by 6. Then again here 6 is appended, divide, 7 is appended, divide. But starting, that is in the first iteration, I am dividing the single digit. Okay, 1. I am not dividing the complete a. What is a? 1067. What is b? 6. So basically I need to divide only first digit. The first digit will be stored in the vector v of 0. So let's say v of 0 is my d. Okay, so take one variable d, store it, and take its initial value as v of 0. Okay, count is 1. Count is just to show the number of round. So instead of count you can also write as round. The round is starting from 1. Q and R is being used inside the loop, so they are declared here, and I is one variable which will point to the number which should be taken down each time and append to the remainder. So I initially points to 0. Okay, quotient you will find by dividing d by b. D is first digit, that is out of 1067 it is 1, divided by b. B is 6. Okay, and remainder is d mod b. Okay, you got the quotient, you got the remainder. Then whatever quotient you have got, okay, this step why I have written, I will explain you. Before that, this is simple, just print the round and the round number which is stored in count, then print quotient and then print remainder. This is about this round only. Okay, then what should be the number to be divided in the next iteration? This also you should prepare here for the next iteration. So let's say I am taking one string x. Okay, what I am doing, I am making the remainder in the form of a string, means I am converting my remainder into a string, and I am converting the number which is to be taken down, okay, into a string, and appending both the strings. Okay, store it into the string x and convert this x back to integer, and this will be your next number to be divided. Either you can say it a or you can say it d. Okay, so I hope it's clear, but I will explain you again. See here, what is my remainder? Remainder is 1. I am converting it into the string, so this is 1. Okay, string you can append using plus sign. Okay, then I was pointing initially to 0. Here I was pointing. Okay, what I am saying, take value of vector v of I plus 1, that is I plus 1 index. I is 0 means I plus 1 will be 1. So this value is 0. Take this and convert it into string. And before the next going to the next loop, I will do I plus plus, means the next time I will come here, and when you will do this step again, then v of I plus 1 will be this one. Okay, then this, and after this v of I plus 1 will not exist. Okay, so 1 is here, 0 is here, 0 is also converted to string. 1 plus 0 is 1 0 in string, but you need to do division. So before going to next loop, again convert this whole string into integer, so it will become 1 0 in the form of number. This is basically string. What I did like this, because one number was to be taken as from the remainder, one was to be appended from above. Okay, if you have done 1 plus 0, it would have resulted into 1, but I need 1 0, that is 10. Okay, so I just converted individual digits into string, appended both of them, made them a combined number, that is 1 0, and again converted it into the integer form from a string. Okay, and it becomes 10. And now in the next iteration, what is stored in d? 10. Okay, now after the first iteration, your d and a will become same. Okay, the first time, that is in the first iteration, d was just pointing to single digit, that is v of 0. This is v vector. Okay, and but a was 1067, the whole number. In the next iteration, the d will become 10 and a will also become 10, and after the first iteration, d and a will always be same. Why I did like this? Because in the first iteration I just wanted to start from single digit, so a was whole number, that is original number 1067. Okay, and I wanted single digit, so I stored individually v of 0 into d, and after that 106 out of 1067 I divided 1, I got 10 is the next number to be divided. Now a is also 10. Okay, I'm not interested in 1067 as a whole, so each time d and a will be this number which has been converted into integer from this string which was formed. Okay, and one more thing to be seen here is, do this part only when I plus 1 exists, means when you are sitting here, that time in this iteration you can bring down 7, because in this vector 1067 I plus 1, that is 7 exists. Okay, but when you are at last index, the 7, for 7 the next index, that is I plus 1, do not exist. Okay, so you cannot bring down the another variable here. In that case, the only one remainder will be left. Okay, and this will be your next number to be divided. And when the next iteration will come, it will see that 5 cannot be divided by 6, automatically the loop will break. Okay, so here that thing only I have written here. If v dot size is, I mean if I is less than v dot size minus 1, means you are at second last index. Till that time only do this part, that bring down v of I plus 1, because for second last index v of I plus 1 will exist, but for the last index the I plus 1 will not exist. Okay, so there you can directly do to a string of r. Okay, I plus plus for the next number to be bring down for the next loop. Okay, whatever x you have got, to a string of remainder plus to a string of number brought down from above. Okay, stored combinedly in x, converted back to integer, that is s2i, string to integer function. Okay, and count increased for round, number of rounds increasing each time. Okay, this whole you do until your a is greater than equals to b. Correct? Now you can run here. Now this step I have not told you, I will tell you now. Okay, what I was dividing in the test case, 1067 is my quotient. First I am giving input as quotient, then I will give divisor. Okay, you can see round 1 quotient 0 remainder 1, round 2 quotient 1 remainder 4, round 3 quotient 0 and 7 remainder 4. Now you are observing one thing, that each time the previous quotient is also being appended to the next quotient. Means if the last time the quotient was 0, the next time 0 1, the next time 0 1 7, the next time 0 1 7 7. Remainder is changing, remainder is separate for each round individual, but the quotient is like if 0 then 0 1 then 0 1 7 then 0 1 7 7. So I need to store the previous round quotient in some variable. So for that I am taking this string quotient. Okay, q is my temporary quotient for each round, but this variable is whole, means the global quotient, which will include the previous quotient also appended to it. So each time what I am doing, whatever the quotient I am getting, I am appending it to the previous quotient by converting that integer value into string. Obviously quotient you will get in integer. I am converting that integer into string, appending to the previous quotient, and whatever is obtained here I am printing as a quotient. Okay, if you want to use this 0, you can check here in the loop that if the first number is 0 of the quotient of this variable, you can append again empty string in the place of quotient in this place. Okay, so until round 4 everything has been printed. So this was the question. This is a very important question. It has been asked by many companies because it is just checking out programming skills. And on the top you need to include algorithm because you are using reverse function of vector because you are using vector as STL, string because you are using toString and sto5 some functions. Okay, so this was the complete question. So if you liked the way I taught you, so please like, share the video and subscribe the channel. Thank you.